Hello, welcome to JavaScript tutorial, chapter 25, JavaScript error handling, brought to you by Hankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. In this session, we are going to learn about error handling in JavaScript. So, JavaScript is a loosely typed language, we all know that, and it does not give the compile time error. So sometimes you will get a runtime error for accessing an undefined variable or calling an undefined function. So at that point of time, JavaScript provides error handling mechanism to catch the runtime errors using try catch finally block, similar to other languages like Java or C#. So here is the syntax for try catch and block. So in the try block, what we are going to pass is we are going to pass the code that may throw an error, and in the catch block, okay, we're going to write the code to be executed. Okay, we're going to write the code to be executed if an error occurs. So and finally block, code to be executed, it's in this finally block we are going to write like code to be executed regardless of an error occurs or not. So let us learn a bit about try catch finally and throw. So in the try block we are going to place the code, okay, that may throw an error, okay, and in the catch block we write code to do something in a catch block when an error occurs. The catch block can have parameters that will give you information about the error, okay, and generally the catch block is used to log an error or display specific messages to the user, like what type of error it is or what line the error I've executed. And finally block, it's going to execute irrespective if you have an error in your code or not. And throw keyword is used to raise a custom error. So without wasting much time, let me show you a demo of try catch finally block. So let me jump into Visual Studio, and here I have a piece of code you can observe very clearly. So what I'll do is let me write it from first. It's very simple. So what I'm trying to do is I'm calling a try block. Within the try block I'm going to call a function called demo. So after that let me add a document.write. So here I'm going to tell like I'm not going to, I will not execute. Let me make it a perfect sentence like I will not execute. So let me end up with semicolon, and you can observe very clearly in the try block what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to call a function called demo, which I've not defined anywhere in my script tag. So for sure we are going to get an error. So that's the reason I'm placing that code in my try block. And after that let me call catch. To the catch I'm passing an exception object. So this exception object will be having the details of the error. So what I need to do is I need to get like I need to know the error, or like what type of error it is, me message. So apart from that I'm going to add a break line such that it looks good when it prints on the web page. So let me end up with semicolon here, and let me copy this. So here I'm going to paste like e.message and so what I'm going to do is, or let me take stack, okay. So let me remove this. Only two things are enough, like message, we're going to get a message like what type of error it is. And apart from that let me add a finally block. The finally block I'm going to place a code. I will execute. Let me do Control S. Let me go back to this page and let me refresh. Here you can observe, okay, we are getting the error. So the error is demo is not defined. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to call a function demo which is not yet defined. So that's the reason I know that this demo function is going to cause an error, so I'm placing it in the try block, okay. And after that in the catch block I'm telling like, okay, catch the details of that error with the help of this exception object. Exception object is having properties like message and stack. So the messages, like what is the message we're getting, like demo is not defined, okay, and also we're getting like e.stack, like at what place exactly we're getting the error. Okay, and apart from that we are getting one line executed, that is finally. So this finally block is going to execute if you have an error in your script or not. For sure this finally block is going to execute. So instead of demo, let me add an alert. In the alert, let me tell, or let me write something on the web page. Document dot write method. So I'm going to write hello. So let me add a break line such that it comes in the correct format. Let me copy this and let me paste it here also. Control S, let me go back and let me refresh. Here we can observe we're getting the hello as well as I will not execute. Okay, what happened here is at the time we were getting an error here because of the demo function. So that's the reason this line is not getting executed at the time. But now we don't have any error, so it's executing all the things present in the try block. So we are getting like hello, I'll not execute, then finally block is going to execute if you have an error or not. For sure it's going to execute. That's the reason we're getting like hello, I'll not execute and I will execute. So this is the advantage of using the try catch block. We are going to catch the runtime errors with the help of try catch block. So what we are left with, the throw keyword. So we can use throw keyword to raise a custom error. So let me show you a demo of it. So let me remove these things as of now. So what I'll do is let me define a function. Function name is demo. So here I'm going to take var number 1 equals, okay, let me take number object. Here I'm going to pass prompt. Within the prompt I'm going to tell like enter numerator. To enter the denominator. So here is my function. So what I'm trying to do here is inside this I'm going to call a try block. So this try block is going to execute only if this number 2, that is the denominator value, is equal to 0. So at that time what I need to do is I'll write my custom errors with the help of throw keyword. So I'm going to tell like throw. Okay, in the throw I'm going to tell like throw, let me define my own property, that is error. So here I'm going to tell like what type of error it is. If I try to divide a number by 0, it's a divide by 0 exception. So let me tell like divide by 0 is the error. And next what I need to do is let me tell like so what else I can give a sentence, perfect sentence is I can tell like message. I can tell them message telling like denominator is set to cannot be 0. Okay, I can tell like denominator cannot be 0. So now what I'll do is the else block, if the denominator is not 0, what we need to do is we need to calculate the value, and I'm going to write it on the web page telling like okay, let me tell like result equal to, so what I need to do is I need to calculate that number 1. So let me place this, and inside that I need to take common brackets. Here I'm going to tell like number 1 divided by, okay, that is number 2. This is the variable which holds the denominator. So now let me end up with semicolon, and this is try. So after this what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to call a catch block. So How do I call a catch block? It's very simple. So after this, here is my, let's go, yes, after the try I need to call a catch. So in the catch block I need to pass my exception, so exception object. So after that what I need to tell is like document dot write, so it has to give a error. If we are passing a 0 to the denominator, this piece of code is going to execute. Okay, and here I am going to tell like, okay, execute it like e dot error, fine. And what I'll do is let me add a break line such that it prints very good on the web page. Let me end up with semicolon, sorry for this, yes. Let me copy this again, and we have another one custom error property defined, that is message. Yes, we'll go with the message. So now we are done with these things. Like what we have done is we are defining a function demo, and I'm taking two parameters. Okay, I'm taking two numbers, number 1 and number 2 variables, and I'm taking input to the user, and I'm trying to divide a number by another number. That is, if the number is 0, this piece of code is going to execute, or if the number is not 0, it's going to divide a number. So what I'll do is I'll call that demo function. So let me do Control S, let me go back and let me refresh. Here you can observe it's asking number, numerator and denominator, and the result is 5. So 2 5s are 10. It is dividing perfectly. So let me refresh again, and I'll tell 10, and I'm trying to divide it by 0. So we are getting an error telling like divide by 0, and the message is denominator cannot be 0. So this is how, with the help of this throw keyword, what I do is I just define my custom errors, okay, properties, and I'm calling with my exception object these properties what I've defined here. So this is the advantage of using the throw keyword. And also we learned try catch finally block, which is used to catch the errors at runtime. Okay, I hope you understood. So finally, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Angpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page visiting this URL. You can also follow us on Twitter. For further reference, refer our website. We're on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.